Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel All Purpose Tutorials. And in this video I am going to tell you that how to get a good command over a topic in competitive English, that is spotting the errors. So let's start. So English language is a subject where even people who are proficient in the language end up making mistakes in the grammar section. It is a normal tendency, but the error spotting section is not hard to master. It means that people who are too much good in English or who knows almost every rules, sometimes they also end up making mistakes, and one of the many reasons for making mistakes is that they are not friendly with the rules, and they have not practiced it enough. So you should practice it enough to get a good command over it, and as written here, it is not a spotting the errors is not a very hard topic to cover, and you just have to learn all the rules and practice it enough to get a good command over it. Practicing some guidelines is all that is needed to excel in this topic of the English language syllabus. You just need to remember some guidelines while solving these types of question, and that will be good for you. To be able to answer the spotting error questions asked in the various government exams correctly, it is essential that a candidate builds up a command over English grammar and vocabulary. As I said earlier, you should be having a very good command over English, and you should be having a big vocabulary to know that what is the meaning of the sentence, and what you can do to correct that sentence. So here are the topics which you should know to solve the spotting error questions, that are tenses rules, preposition rules, article rules, active and passive voice rules, conjunction rules, degree of comparison rules. In our channel we have uploaded all these videos, so you can go there and see and take full advantage of these videos. Now here are some tips for error spotting in English language section. Here we bring you some tips for error spotting in the English language section of the bank exam syllabus. So these tips are from the bank exam syllabus, and these are the basics which you need to know to start solving the basic questions in spotting the error. So the first rule is, certain nouns being a singular form represent plurality and therefore take a plural verb in a sentence. So it means that some nouns have a name like singular form, but their meaning is of plural form, like people. People means so many people, but we don't put an s in end of it. Like kettle, it means so many kettles, but we don't put an s in its end. So like this. So you should be, if you are having a good command over English and you have practiced it enough, so you will come to know when you will see the nouns who are having singular form, but they are representing plurality. So here is an example. People has left. Because people is uh, plural, so we don't use has here, we'll use have. So we will replace have has with have. So the second example is, people have left, and it is the right answer. So, and the second rule is, certain nouns take the plural verb because of their plural form. So the meaning of this, that certain nouns are having their names as their form only. So like you can see clothes here, there is a s in end of clothes, and it is in a plural form also, like scissors. There is a s in its end, and it is also of plural form. So here are some examples to help you understand better. The spectacles is missing. As you know that when we are using plural nouns, so we don't use is, we use are. So we will replace is with are. So the correct answer will be the spectacles are missing. Now the third rule is, when a noun denoting weight, number, money, length or measure is following a number, the noun form does not change as long as another noun or pronoun follows it. So it means that whenever a noun in which we are talking about, or the noun is denoting weight, number, money, length or measure, so the noun form will not change until and unless another noun or pronoun follows it. That means if it is a singular form, so it will not change to the plural form until and unless noun or pronoun follows it, and same for the plural noun. So here are some examples to help you understand better. The noun which are denoting weight, number, money, length or measure are million, pair, meter, year, dozen. So you can see that we have not put an s in it in there, and there is not a need to put an s. So this is a 9-meter scale. So as I said, whenever a noun denoting these quantities, so we don't need to put an s. So this is a 9-meter scale is correct answer. Now the fourth rule, when the pronoun one is used, it should be maintained throughout the sentence. So uh, you can see this in this example, one must help his siblings. So one must help, when we are using one in a sentence, so we should use one only, and we should maintain the whole sentence, like you'll see in these examples. So one must help his siblings, so we'll replace his by ones, because when we use one, so we have to maintain it throughout the whole sentence. So one must help one's sibling is the correct answer. Now the fifth rule, for living people, whose is generally used, and for things that are not living, which is used. So you'll see this in these examples. Which phone is kept on charging? So here we are talking about a phone, and that phone is of a persons that belong to a person, and that person is a living thing. So we will use whose here, so we'll replace which by whose, because we are talking about a living people here. So the correct answer will be whose phone is kept on charging. Now coming to the sixth rule, fewer is used for denoting number, while less is used for denoting quantity. So it means that whenever we talk about numbers in a sentence, we use fewer, and whenever we talk about quantities, we use less. So you can understand it better with the help of these examples here. No less than 30 dogs were. So here we are talking about 30 dogs, and as we saw that we use fewer when we talk about number, when the so in the second sentence, no fewer than 30 dogs were, so we are using fewer here, so it is the correct answer. Now coming to the seventh rule, sentences are always opposite to question tags. For example, if the question tag is positive, then the sentence is negative, and vice versa. Like, it's a bit early, is it? So so the first part of this sentence before comma is positive. So the next part after the comma should be negative, otherwise it is a wrong answer. So it's a bit early, isn't it? So it is the correct. You should always see these small things in the while solving the questions of spotting the errors. Now coming to eighth rule, instead of who or which, the relative pronoun that is used after adjectives in the superlative degree. Now when we are solving questions of spotting the errors, so whenever we see superlative degree, so instead of who or which, we use that. That is a relative pronoun after adjectives in the superlative degree. Like you can see here in the examples, these are the best which he could get. So as we saw that instead of who or which we use that, so and we can see that it is a superlative. It is the sentence is in superlative degree, so we'll use that in place of who or which. So these are the best that he could get is the correct answer. Now coming to the ninth rule, though is always followed by yet in a sentence and not by but. It means that when we are using though, we use yet in a sentence, but when we are using but, we cannot use yet in a sentence. Like though he is rich but he is kind, so it is incorrect because we cannot use yet with but, because it is always followed by though. So though he is though he is rich yet he is kind, it will be the correct answer. Now coming to the 10th rule, as is always used before and after the adjective to show equality. So you can see in the example here, I can write as fast if not faster than her. So it is an incorrect sentence, because we saw that as is used before and after the adjective. So I can write as fast as if not faster than her. So it is the correct answer here, because fast is the adjective here, and we use as before and after the adjective in a sentence. So you should look after these things when you are solving questions of spotting the error. Now coming to the 11th rule, not is never used with unless expresses a condition that is always used in the negative sentence. It means that unless itself expresses a condition that is negative, so it is not necessary, and it is also not correct to use not with unless. You can understand this better with the help of these examples here. Unless you do not pay the fine, you will not be executed. So it is a wrong question, because not is being used here with unless. So now coming to the second example, unless you pay the fine, you will not be executed. So sorry for the mistake, it is also wrong here. So not will not be used here. Actually it is a typing fault. So the correct answer would be, unless you pay the fine, you will be executed. Sorry, it is correct. We do not use unless with only okay, sorry, it is the correct answer. Unless you pay the fine, you will not be executed. So you can see here that after the comma we can use not, but because it is the first part of the sentence, or we are using not in the second part of the sentence. And now coming to the 12th rule, while implies a time duration of doing something and when denotes a general sense. It means that when we are using while, we are talking about the time duration of doing something, and when we are using when, so it is used in a general way. Like you'll see in this example, when learning how to box, the technique is of utmost importance. So we are talking about timing here. Learning, because he is learning, and it is a process, and it also takes time, so we are talking about time duration here. So when is the wrong option here, so we will replace when with while. So the correct answer is, while learning how to box, the technique is of utmost importance. So it will be the correct answer. Thanks for watching this video, and so many more parts of this topic is about to come in our channel. We will upload them soon because it is a very vast topic. You will come to know as you'll study it more and practice it more. And again, thanks for watching our video, and if you like our video, then subscribe to our channel, like it, and share it as much as possible. And again, thank you for watching our video.